you understand about the plugin?
Yeah.
Now
It's
you can
actually
use.
very easy. Plugin is very easy.
Yeah, it's super easy, but we should be using it when
We should
when
have time to
very,
explore it. It's
yeah, it's, you have to explore it.
mm,
So learning you have received, information you have received, and now you have to practice it.
yeah.
So this is our website, and that way we can implement as many plugins. So every plugin have, as I said, every plugin have their own learning curve.
Mm.
So let me log in, and I think I don't remember the password or user ID or password. Let me check if I can remember the user ID and password. What is the password? Just give me 1 second. I'm pulling the password.
You have sent the recording through mail or WhatsApp?
Okay, I haven't sent recording of last 2 days.
Okay.
I will share it today, or most likely I will late night. I will share it today.
No hurry, no hurry.
Okay. So both the recording I will share in the classroom, in the WhatsApp as well as Google Classroom.
Okay. Yeah.
So in WhatsApp, because you can immediately click and open and see that, and Google Classroom, in future whenever you want, you can go to the Google Classroom and revise it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I don't remember the password. I'm trying to forget the password now. Then so whenever you forget password, you will click on lost password. Here you have to give your email ID where you are supposed to receive the password. You can share the email ID, and then you can click on reset password. But I don't remember whether this is set up for this website, this email or not. Let me check the email. So yeah, this is the mail. WordPress. What if I'm not receiving the mail, then what should I be doing?
Forgot password only.
If forget password, I don't remember that which email ID I have associated with this website. If I'm not giving the right email ID, I will not receive the forget password link, because I have so much of domain, so much of email. So it might be possible that I'm not giving the right email ID to get the reset password link.
But if you remember that, 99 is the mail ID you will use it.
Yes.
If
Do you
I
remember
remember
that?
right in the last.
Uh, then why I'm not received the password? I haven't received the password to reset the password. What should do? So if this is the case, let's suppose I'm not able to get the reset password, then what should be one thing? You must check in the primary, social, promotion, updates, and forums, all the folders, even the spam. Make sure you are also checking the spam. So it might be possible your reset password button might be going on spam. But in the spam, even I have not received the reset password link. So now what option I'm left with?
You can reset the username.
No. So here I am. Password reset has been sent to the mail, but I have not received it yet. It's a same email ID, Bhavna Bhardwaj, but not received the password neither in the primary, nor in the social, nor in the promotion, and nor in update. So no, and neither in the forum nor in the spam folder. So it's not even the spam folder. So now what should be I doing? I will go to the GoDaddy. Do you remember we have the GoDaddy where we have installed all the WordPress? There I will do the reset password. because everything is on my server. If I have the access of the server, I can do the password reset from there as well. So this is my GoDaddy account. I can go here, my product, and I have to set up for the WordPress password. WordPress is installed in, now here the, what is the password? Just give me 1 second. That password I might have stored somewhere. So should I give you the access? Should I make the user of this website so that you can try, if you don't have your website ready for the WordPress, you can experiment here on this website, the website which I'm showing as an example. If you want, I can add you as a user, and you can experiment with that if you want. If you don't have your website, WordPress website ready for the practice.
No,
If you want to practice, you can let me know. I will add you as a user.
No, that is enough. Yeah.
So either you for that you must have your user ID. You must have a WordPress website, domain hosting WordPress installed website. Then you can practice. If you want to practice on this website, I can make you admin user. Then you will have the user, as you are we are entering the user ID password. You can enter your own user ID password, and you will be able to create pages, post, everything. So somehow I'm not able to find the password.
Password management is an issue, right?
Yeah, it should be like, I always, whenever I'm managing as a project, I have a dedicated sheet to manage all these user ID password for that particular project. But all these websites are for the experiment. Like in every session, I have to open and show that. And whenever I'm showing that, after once the session is concluded, I go and change the password. And when I'm changing the password, I forget that what so frequently I'm changing the password, so I'm not able to recall it. Anyways, so what I'm doing, I have another website where I can log in easily. So I'm going to show you from that website. Is that fine? Same thing, I'm going to show you on the Bhavna Bharadwaj. There I have to install that plugin one more time. But you require that. It can go endlessly if I will open one plugin and enter one by one every detail. So that is the data entry job. In fact, when you are done with the structure, now you required someone to enter all those product related data. So product images and product, it will take 10 to 15 minutes of training. You can train anyone to upload the products, isn't it? So this is one of the dashboard. So here we must have a plugin, WooCommerce plugin. So let's see if I have the WooCommerce plugin installed there. I can go to the install plugin. And there I'm seeing, no, I don't have a WooCommerce installed. So in that case, I will go for the add new. And I will use a plugin WooCommerce or a store plugin or online store plugin, something like that. And there I will find we have installed this plugin. We can click on install now. This we have done last session. Are you able to recall that? Are you guys able to recall that WooCommerce plugin setup? Yes. So this time I will not set up the everything. I will just show you that how to install, and then we will start adding the product. The major thing is a store setup. A store setup, in the last session we have done all the settings. So now I wanted to marketing and other aspect. I will show a little bit of that. Product upload, payment, and marketing integration. So this is this one someone has given you to set up the entire online store. In entire online store, so many things are there. So it's up to you that up to how much detail you are going and exploring and using that feature of that plugin. So it's not exclusively created for you. It's created for a, in general, it's a decent big good online store. So in online store, it's up to me that how much feature I'm able to use. It's so many features are there, so many features are there. So it's we have to be ready to explore all the features available. So when it is installed, we can go and activate it. And whenever we are clicking and there is no bump blast is happening, only we have to take precaution whenever we are deleting something. So whenever we are deleting, we are deleting plugins, or we are deleting theme, or we are deleting pages, category, post, menu, whatever we are deleting, that you have to little bit take all possible precautions, so that you should not you might not be able to retrieve that. But apart from that, if anything goes wrong, you can anytime you can go back and undo it. So initially, you should be exploring all features available to one plugin. So they will initially ask you to set up this store, all right? So right now I'm skipping this setup the store. Right? Is that okay? Because these steps we have already done. Should I skip that setup the store?
Yes, yes, no problem.
Yeah. So now they are guiding you that what are the feature available. You can have the WooCommerce store, then personalized inbox relevant. This is the WooCommerce is a different company. So WooCommerce is sending you mail how you can take maximum advantage of WooCommerce. So you are going to get the analytics data, this analytics data. You need not to go anywhere. You can see your store data here in the analytics. WooCommerce is an online store. Whoever is coming to your store, all the data will be available to you in analytics itself. All right. So setup, this is the setup we have done. While if you are giving if you are going through that wizard, majority of the time, basic setting, you are going about your like for what reason you are going to get mail, or you have to add a product, you have to set up the payment, you have to set up the taxes, you have to personalize your store with adding logos, taglines, addresses, these things, and all the store related information you will do. So if you have not set up, they are also the way you can one by one you can add this. What is the best way I find it? Whenever I will find a project, I get an overview of everything, that what is the possibility of the that project, or what client's requirement. I jot down all those requirement and then set up a timeline for a. So if I want it to be the set up a store by this, and I want also Google Analytics to be installed or Webmaster to be installed, integrate the social media with the store, and have set up the blog for that store. So in general, we collect all the requirement from the client and then give a timeline to each and every requirement and do it one by one. It's not like open that WordPress and start doing anything. So if I have given 1 week of time for this store setup, within even in that week, I will dedicate a time for that. One day I'm going to focus only on the store, and one day I will focus only on the product. Another day I will only focus on the analytics and marketings. So if you are setting up the timeline, if you have the whatever you want to do on your website, so if you can make a list of all those things, and if you're giving a tentative timeline, it's not always, it's not necessary that you are going to complete that within that time frame. It may go a little bit up and down. Some uncertainties come, somewhere you will stuck, somewhere plugin will not work, somewhere it is not compatible, some problem will come, of course. But you are going to focus one thing at a time. That is the most important thing. Otherwise, so many things are there, we will just wandering from one section to another section. When you will set up a store, you will realize, okay, my product is missing. You will start setting up the product. When you will set up the product, you may feel that, okay, my analytics is not linked. So you will go to link the analytics. So that way it may not be very right way to work. Is it what I'm saying, is it making sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here you can, whatever features available to as a WooCommerce, we have three features: store setup, product, analytics, and marketing. So you can dedicate one day in each section. So today I will only set up the one store. Another day I will only focus on product upload. Another day I will link all the analytics with my website. Another day I will link all my marketing tools, Google Ads, Facebook, and MailChimp with my market with the website. So this way you will be able to focus one task in a day, and that will be the more efficient way of working. So let's start with the product. We can go to the all product. All product will give you the list of the product you have added so far. So far we haven't added anything. Either you can go for the all product, or in the store, in the dashboard itself, it was showing add your first product. So there you can also start. So your store does not have any, they are asking you to add the SSL. When you are going for the e-commerce website, for e-commerce website, SSL is one of the necessary requirement. So whether ma'am you were asking that what is the minimum bare requirement, so I have told you that time that only domain and hosting is the minimum bare requirement. But uh, with domain and hosting, yes, definitely your website will be up and running. But as a e-commerce, when you are asking your customer to do the payment, SSL is also one of the necessary requirement. So you must have SSL secure. Even without SSL, your website will work. But for the e-commerce, we treat SSL as the necessary requirement. So SSL HTTPS connection is required. And for that, again, you have to go and buy the SSL certificate from GoDaddy. As in your case, Veda ma'am have already SSL certificate from the GoDaddy. You have to integrate it. How you can integrate it? You can hire a developer and you can assign them the task, or simply you can go to the plugins and install HTTPS or SSL security certificate integration. You can download a plugin. In that plugin, they will ask for the security certificate key, where from wherever you have bought. In the GoDaddy, you can go to the all product. In all product, you can go to SSL certificate. In that SSL certificate, they will give you the security key, and you have to copy that security key and come back here. For there to generate that security key, you have to do some step-by-step setup. So you will complete that setup, and then you will generate that key. And after generating that key, you can come back to your website, and there you have a simple plugin. In that plugin, you will enter your security certificate, and you are good to go. So whenever we want anything on our website, we can start with the plugin. If that is not available in general, we can start with the plugin. So here we are creating our first product. Click on product. So before adding the product, I would suggest your store must be set up. You must have a store name or something. Your store must be set up. So this is website Bhavna Bharadwaj. What product I should be setting up? This is the classic view of, you can say that this is a classic view when initially when a block editor was not there. Do you remember the block editor? We have done design our page using block editor of the post and pages. So that was the block editor is a recent feature of the WordPress. Before the block editor, even the page and post, we used to define the create a page and post using this. And here you can see that Yoast SEO, this entire block is coming because in plugin we have one SEO plugin. If we will remove that SEO plugin, this block will not come. So if we want our website to be SEO friendly, we can in plugin we can go. Let me show you. In plugin we can we must have SEO plugin installed. So here Yoast SEO installed. And it's always good idea that your WordPress should be up to date with the latest version. Your theme should be up to date with the latest version, and your plugin should be up to date with the latest version to avoid any security loopholes and to keep your website safe. So SEO Yoast plugin is already there. That's why whatever URL you will create, every URL will have the SEO optimization feature. So here, product is also a page. So that page should be SEO optimized. So when you are adding a product, you will get the SEO feature as well. So here you can add a new product. Suggest me what product I should add. Should I add some bags or some digital product? Digital product, in that case, I will add some courses, and in physical product, I may add some organic food or bags.
Bags is the thing. We have already manufactured bags, no?
Yes. Okay. So let's add some bag. I'm getting data from Vedamam website.
Yeah.
It's V design, right? So enter into that website. So I would suggest your home page should be directly you may directly ask your user to land here rather than this splash screen. So we are going for women's bag.
Flash is a bit heavy also, right?
Yes, yes. Flash, Google does not recognize your website. Flash, the Google does not recognize that code.
Maybe that's the reason.
So see, this is a blue and white. What is blue and white? No software can understand what is blue and white till it's not blue and white bag, blue and white cotton jute bag, blue and white. So it's make it a practice on digital medium. Wherever you have to write it with the right keyword, the keyword which your end user might be using.
Okay.
So blue and white for no in the URL there is no bag word written in the entire page. If I will
We have to
find,
give some number because there are three different colors. So better to give numbers, no?
yes, even in the these are three different color. I will show you how to
Some
add the
coding numbers. Yeah.
no, it's yours in PHP in e-commerce, creating the varieties of the product. Like if it is a bag and you have three different color, you have to just add the colors and they will create the three different pages for you. You can add the different size. So creating the variety using WooCommerce is super easy. So here I am using blue and white bag. Coming back to our website. So I'm just naming it blue and white ladies bag. So ladies bag is our keyword. Ladies bag for shopping or for party or for office, whatever. So make it write it descriptive and use the right keyword which your end user might be using.
In the product description or in the SEO?
Sorry?
We have to fill this in the SEO or in the product description itself?
No, it's forget about SEO. Wherever you are writing on the digital medium, even you are writing a Facebook description, app title, or SMS, whatever you are doing on the digital medium, use the right keyword.
Okay.
Facebook page, YouTube channel, video title, LinkedIn company page, mail subject line, website, blog, product, anything, be it anything.
Okay.
Right. Then your 30-40% of the SEO will be done.
Okay.
So because for all the software, they very easily understand the text over all those flash or images or videos or any media. Software find it difficult to understand any media. They find text very easily. They understand text very easily. So make it a practice whenever you, let's suppose I have to save the image name. Even that image should be saved with the name blue and white bag or blue bag or blue ladies bag. So the name is also the text. So make it a practice to write wherever you are writing the text, use the right descriptive explanation or right word to explain that thing.
Okay.
So before setting up the product, here you have to you have all the option. You can product. This is the publishing. You can publish your product. Product category. You must have to either you can define category from here. You can click on category, create category, add so many categories. Once you have created the category, you will see the list of the category here. So right now we have not created category. We can create category from here. We can create a category of bag. So it's a parent one. I can make it parent. If I'm creating another category, ladies bag. Ladies bag. So I want ladies bag to be this child of bag. So that way you can add categories. And when you go to the category page, you can write proper title for this category page, description for the category page. But ideally, when you have created a category, when on that category page, all the product we have added in that category will be displayed there. So either you can create the category page here. Now the product tag. So what is the difference between category and tag? Category is the physical category you are creating. Bag, ladies bag, women, all these are the category, you can say that. All these are the category. But when you are writing descriptive, when you are writing the here, you are writing something descriptive. So we can use block editor to make it more we can use right now they are this is giving us simple classical editor. We can use a plugin to make the product page also. We can create a product page using block editor. If you have the habit of using block editor and you are finding it useful, you can also use a plugin to design a product page using block editor. So right now you have to use this one. So here, let's suppose I'm using a bag of image. So I'm just downloading this image. All right. The name is right here. So it's a good name. So rather than the space, you should use dash. And don't use underscore. Dash is better. In URL, in product name, use dash rather than the blank space or underscore. So I'm adding this media file. So I can go upload file, select this file. Here I can give the title, alt description. This is the product image optimization. This is the part of SEO, but here you must use that wherever there is an option to write, must write. Women casual blue. So here you can write it blue bag. You can write proper title. You can make it a more descriptive one. So right now I'm copying pasting. This is the URL of your bag you have uploaded. This is the address of your bag.
No, that your copy link says HTTP Bharatwaj.
Sorry.
This is the problem I have in my SSL server. SSL,
This
you
one?
see that copy link.
It
says HTTP. The S is missing actually.
I don't have SSL integrated with this.
Okay, but the problem is there in my website too, because this when they did it, I think they've not included yes everywhere. In some places they've done it, in some places they've not done
it. So you have to thoroughly apply the SSL.
Okay.
So SSL, once you will apply, you will select the domain, like what is your preferred domain. So here, whatever is your preferred domain, it's www or without www. First, you have to decide that whatever the preferred domain you have, and that preferred domain should have HTTPS integrated. Not
if you have done the mistake in the PHP program, then how do they correct it?
PHP, you have to find the PHP guy then. I'm not the right person to tell you about the PHP.
Okay.
Though it's PHP, you can understand it. It's not that tough. But my expertise, PHP is not my expertise.
Now, where do I locate this file to correct it? Because the GoDaddy, they told me you can correct it yourself.
Yes, HTTPS.
Yeah.
In HTTPS, you GoDaddy, you go to the SSL security, and there they will ask you to set up the SSL. There you are setting up the.
That is done, but in the program they have made a mistake, and that S is missing in some places it is there.
So then as a PHP program that whoever is right PHP, they can edit the PHP program, they can do it. Or otherwise you can go through some videos you will find some standard Stack Overflow. Have you heard about Stack Overflow?
No.
There in a Stack Overflow, just write your problem and you will find, you are most likely to find the solution here there.
Okay.
So all these are very basic feature of your website. Majority of the time, the standard code, every website using that standard code, you have to use the standard code and just replace the URL, just change the URL of your website. So in this Stack Overflow, you will find the solution for that. So here, it's not PNG, our website is this one. So we can see the path of our images. So where our image is stored. So this see bhavnabhardwaj.com WP content uploads 2020-11, and this is the file name. This is where this image get uploaded on my server. This is the path of that image. So you can give them the alignment. It's let's suppose centrally aligned, or link. If you want to give them the link, you can give them the link. Let's suppose I want to link them with something. I want to link with the link with this file here, the image. If anyone can link, they can go to this image page. So whatever link you want to provide, you can give them the link. Or you can give them the link for checkout page. If you have a checkout page, you can give them the link of checkout. Anyone click there and they will land on the checkout page. So here you can use the size and then you can click on insert the picture. So this is the picture. Here you can write about, you may use headline for that. Before that, you can use a headline. So here I'm writing the headline of so its headline is blue and black, blue and black ladies bag for shopping or office, whatever. So here you can make it, also you can make it centralized one. Right here you want to give the text. So here you want to give the text, you can give the regular text paragraph. Or if you want to give them some pointers, we can also give them the pointer. This is a page design. So your product name, product description, product images, product cost, everything should be ready for you. Category or everything should be ready. You can write some text. So best what is happening? So here you are giving some pointers. Best bag. If you want to change the color, you can change the color. Best bag, big bag, or shopping bag. Means you must have the product description ready. Here, if you have a multiple bags, you can also create the image gallery. You can go to the add media and there you can create the gallery. If you have multiple images, let's suppose I'm creating the gallery right now. I don't have images for the bags. I'm creating the gallery of these 3 images. So I can create the gallery as well. If you have all the images related to bags, this way you can create the gallery. So right now it's not finding, I'm just undoing it, but you can add the gallery. After all this product, designing the product, you can add some, make it bold, italic, numbered, quotations. So let's suppose you have some quotation. You can add some quotation. Bag by design. Bag by your own design. Let's have just, I have added some quotation. So after designing this page, you have the option, you can add a line breaker, you can insert more features. These features are also available here. You can use it left side. You can have a portion of the image, portion of the page have images, and rest is text. So that way you can also use. After all these things, you can create a product tag. So product tag, whatever description, it's a best bag. So you can, this image can be, this product can be tagged as best bag. All right. So this big bag, so it can be tagged for big bag as well. It is a shopping bag. So this can be also tagged for shopping bag. So for whatever keywords you have used there, and that keyword is not, you don't have category for that, and you feel that someone is looking for shopping bag, someone is looking for big shopping bag, someone is looking for a big shopping blue bag. So those keyword you can add as a tag. So you can add as a tag. So when someone will click on shopping bag, so whatever product you have tagged with shopping bag, you can repeat the same tag for the different product. Whenever you are adding a shopping bag, you can tag that product as a shopping bag. So whenever you are adding more and more tag, when someone will click on this tag, they will find all the product at one place with that tag. Right? So here you have to add the product images. So you can add the product images. Right now I have only one images, and make sure you are writing the keywords for that. Your image should be optimized. It's a one-time job, but you must optimize your images with some text. So that product images you can set up, and the product gallery. If you are adding more images if you have more images, you can add that images in the product gallery. So apart from that, here it's you have added the product. Here you will manage. After all these things, you can save as a draft. Right now, if you're not publishing, if you want, you can also publish. You can see the preview and you can publish it. But this, if you want to have a varieties of that, red color, blue color, green color, all those are product attributes. So you have to go and change in the product attributes. So here we can go and see the preview. Right now, what is the product preview page is appearing. You can go and see. So this is the product title. This image I have already part of the website heading images. I will remove that website heading images for all the product pages. So you can see that product type. This is a preview. So this is the product title. When it's get posted, who has posted it, this edit option is coming because right now we are logged in. If we are not logged in, this edit option will not come. So here all the category, bag, ladies bag is the category, tag is the best bag, big bag, shop. All these are the link. If someone will click on that shopping bag, they will see all the product you have tagged with the shopping bag at one place. This bag should be appearing here in the shopping bag. So all, if you're clicking on ladies bag, this bag should be listed in that category. All right. So it might be it might be taking some time to load, but all these things will appear. Here you have written the description. This is your description title. This is the description. You have written the description. This is the quotation. Anyone can leave the this option. We can do more editing. If you know the HTML, you can do the same thing by HTML coding. Whatever we are doing in the visual is what you see, what you get editor. This is the what you see is what you get editor. Whatever we are doing in this editor, corresponding HTML is getting generated. So if you know the HTML, you can do the changes in the HTML as well. So once you have given the product details, now you can come to the category. Not only that, apart from that, you can create, right now we have that category we have created from bag and ladies bag. Here you can create more category. What else? Bag and organic food, or whatever you can create. Now you know how you can create the category, right? Can you create the category yourself?
Yeah, we can.
Gents bag. I can make it. Slug is the URL. Slug is the URL of that category page. So I'm slug is the URL, and URL should be in this small character. So I'm making it a small, and we should not use a special. We should not use any special character, no space, no underscore, but the dash. So we should be using dash. We can select whether it's a parent category. We will make it none. If it is a child category, we can select the parent for that child. So here we can write the description for the this category page. Display type default, whether you want to display this category default, whatever is the WooCommerce setting, or you want to display this category on the product page, or you want to display this category in the subcategory, or you want to display this on the both. So right now I'm keeping it default. For this particular product page, if you want to add some images, you can add some images. When someone will directly go to that category page, in that category you have hundreds of product, but initial category introduction, so category name will be this one, category URL will be this one, category description will be this one, and category images will be this one. So this way you can have the category. If you want to optimize the category, if you want to do the SEO of the category page, you can click on edit here, and you can do the SEO of the category page as well. So it is the name slug. You have the it is SEO, means you are doing SEO for the category page. This is the category page description, category page, parent category, category page URL, category name, and UR category display types, category thumbnail images, and this is the SEO. This is the SEO of that. So in the same way, you can manage your tag. Category is the physical organization of the product, and a tag is the virtual organization. So when someone will click on that tag, all the product tag with this keyword will be accumulated and organized for them. So here you can create all the possible tag attributes. So here you can add attributes of the extra, let's have a leather bag. You can have the section. You can create different attributes. You can create different section as per the attributes. All right, so if you have that kind of varieties available, you can create a category. It's also a type of product categorization, because you have one product. That product you can categorizing it as color wise, or jute bag, or cotton bag, or leather bag, or best bag, or shopping bag, or ladies bag, or gents bag. So there are different criteria to categorize it. So some criteria you can make it category, some criteria you can make it tag, some criteria you can make it attributes. So someone is looking for leather, or someone is looking for cotton, or someone is looking for jute. So it can be the attributes. So you can organize the product attribute wise. Apart from that, even on the simple product page, one product page, you have so many things you might have to add. So here you can click on edit. So this is the product data. This SEO part is due to the SEO plugin. You can write the SEO focus keyword, and how SEO URL, SEO title, SEO description. This is the SEO title, SEO URL, SEO description, SEO analysis. You can see SEO focus keyword. This is a cornerstone pages, advanced SEO. This block is for the SEO optimization. It is coming due to we have installed one plugin, Yoast SEO. This product data. Now this is about the product. So if this product is in right now, it's coming on pond. If we want to change it INR, what we should be doing? Why it's coming on pond, or how we can change it into the INR? Any idea? because we have not set up the store.
Yeah.
If we have set up the store, during that setup, we might have asked for the currency and we have given the INR. And in that case, the regular price must be coming in the INR. If you have not set up, then you have to go to the WooCommerce and there you have to go to the settings and change the currency.
Okay.
So when you will complete this one, then you will see all default currency, default category, default product, default things will appear as per your setting you have done here. Right. So right now I'm showing you, but you can change the currency. Can you change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see, inventory here you are saying about this product, particular product inventory, but inventory setting you will do from the this one. Here you are talking about the shipping of this particular product, but the shipping setting you are going to manage from here. Right. So this is, if right now we are filling up this data for this particular product, but all the corresponding default setting should you have to manage from the store setting or this setting.
All right.
So, right. So that's why the first step, as soon as we have installed the WooCommerce, we have to do the store setup. So when you are giving that information, addresses you have given, currency you have given, country you have given, shipping volume you have given. If you remember, all this information we have given while setting up the WooCommerce store setup. So right now, let's suppose we are continuing with the pond. It's 29 pound and sale price. So regular price and sell price should be always less than the regular price if you want to give them sell then only. If you are giving this sell for a particular period of time, Diwali to Dasara or some Christmas or Thanksgiving, you can also schedule it. So in this period only this discount will be available. So if you are giving it in the 19, right, you can schedule it even. So this sale is available from this period to this period. So in that way, in inventory, you can manage your entire inventory here. So what you can have a digital product. If for me, better I should go for the downloadable and digital product. In that case, shipping is not required. So they can just download it. So right now it's a physical product, so I'm not selecting it. But if you have a digital product, you can select it's a virtual or downloadable product. So in that case, attributes or the setting will come according to the downloadable or virtual product. If you remember, during that shop setup, during this store setup, they have also asked me that whether you are going to sell what kind of product you are going to sell, whether it's a physical or digital. So according to that, then you might not have get this checked or unchecked. Right now we have not set up the store, so all these options are coming. So you can manage your internal inventory management, SQ you can give, then manage a stock. Are you managing a stock online? If you are managing a stock online, then what will happen, you have set up the quantity right now 10 and one sale happen, so automatically the stock quantity will go to 9. Then stock quantity, as the sale will happen, automatically the stock quantity will reduce, and as soon as it will reach to 0, the product will display, but it will shows as out of stock. So if do you want to manage it on this using WordPress, or do you want to manage it manually? So if you want to manage it manually, in that case it will be unchecked. So if you are managing it on the WordPress, then you can set up you want that inventory to be managed on WordPress. So back order means when the product is not available. So even that time anyone can back order, means as soon as the stock is available, their order will be placed. So do you want them to allow the back order? So you can allow, disallow, whatever. Low stock threshold, when you are going to get the mail, now this product is going out of the stock. So you can set up here number. As soon as the product stock will go to 2, you will start getting notification and mail and messages from the WooCommerce that this product is going out of stock. So here, do you want to sell it individually? Because every product have the option to link product. You can create a combo offer. So do you want to, if you want any product to be sold individually, so enable this, only allow one of this item to be bought. And as okay, so if you, this is number of restriction of ordering. If you will set up this one order, anyone can place with one quantity. They cannot increase the number of quantity. In one order, they can place only one quantity. So that way you are managing the inventory. In the same way, you can manage the weight. So weight, dimensions, and shipping class, and accordingly that shipping cost, shipping class, and shipping cost thing you have to manage from the store thing. So linked product, when someone is exploring this product. So when someone is exploring this blue product, you can upsell. When you are saying upsell means bags, and what is the next different product. Whoever has bought bags, they have also bought sandal. So when you are up sandal, or also have bought the leather, some different product is upsell. Cross sell means blue bag right now seeing, you can also link here the black bag, red bag, green bag, or leather bag, jute bag. So you can cross sell and upsell. So once you have added the product, you add new, all the products are added. You can just search for that product name, and the option will come. You can just select this. Whenever someone is visiting this page, they will see this upsell and cross sell product as an option. Have you seen that related product you see? So right now we don't have that much of product uploaded, so we are not able to select up for the upsell and cross sell. Whatever product you are suggesting as an upsell and cross sell, that product detail must be added using this add new. Are you getting this?
Yeah,
So here you can add about the attributes. Now you are creating the varieties. So here we can add. So what you want to add? Color. So color can be what? Red, green, and black, or yellow. So now it will be available. It will be available on visible on the product page. So this product is also available in the red color, green color, and yellow color. You can also upload the corresponding images of that. You can save the attributes. So I added one color. Now you in the same way, size or dimensions or kg, half kg, 1 kg, like large, extra large. That way you can add as many attributes as you want. And this is a little bit of the advanced settings. Purchase note, you can write your you have 30 days money back guarantee, or guarantee word in e-commerce, guarantee word, refund policies, security, your card is secure, your free shipping. All these are the all these word will give you increase your conversion by 30-40%. So here you can write the details of the product description. All right. So also you can use bold, italic. This way you can design everything. Once everything is done, you can publish it. So still it is in draft. You haven't published it. So if we want to publish it, we can click on edit and publish it. So right now we are using this WooCommerce as a plugin. But when you will use WooCommerce as a theme, or any theme you will see, then you will find all these features as a part of the theme only. Basic description, additional information, color, red, blue, green. So all these options are available. Can you add that product on your website? What do you feel? Are you there?
I'm there.
Yes. So are you finding you can add product?
Yeah, we can add product. Yeah.
Yeah. So once you have the data, all the data which you want to upload as as a post, we have to create all the categories and all the post in that. We have to create all the pages. We have to add all the product. We have to add all the product categories and corresponding product data. Then we can organize it that how we want to present it to our user, how we want to present in the header menu, footer menu, sidebar menu, interlinking, like when we are selecting as a upsell, cross sell. So once the data is on the server in the different aspect, then we can manage it for the how we want to present it to the user. Right. So here we can go to the analytics. The analytics, you need not to do anything, they will report you. You will see that what matrices do you want to see, the number of sale, number of order, items sold, net sale, net order, all these the top categories, top product, all the analytics will be available to you. Otherwise, if you want to go for the advanced analytics, you can use e-commerce Firebase or Google Analytics or stat counters or site catalyst. There are so many analytics tool use. You for that analytics tool, you have to go to that analytics tool, create the account, generate the code, come back on your website, install the plugin and place that code on your website. Then only that analytics tool will be able to track the user behavior on your website. So otherwise, this WooCommerce giving you the integrated analytics. You need not to install any code for that. So order wise reporting, product wise reporting, category wise reporting, coupon wise reporting, taxes wise reporting, download wise reporting, stock wise reporting. This analytics setting you can do that. What you want to see in the reporting section: pending, payment, processing, on hold, completed. These are the order status. These are the order status. You have someone has ordered, so someone has ordered but payment not happened. Ordered, payment done, but a completion, a complete process not completed. Payment done, but still you have not received the payment. Payment is on hold from the bank side. Now payment done, then it's a completed order. So anyone cancelled, payment failed, so this can be your order status. So actionable item processing, you can have this on which things, what action you are asking them. If it is processing or on hold, in that case you can send them the revised link to do the payment, or you can wait for some time. So here you can define the date range for the reporting: 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. When you are going for the reporting, what is the default date range data you want to see? So historical data you can see. You can import registered customer when you have, because someone is buying, you have the customer data, their email ID or their name, or all the data you can import. You can import customers data, you can import orders and refunds. You can nothing, when you have nothing to import, it's all about. So here you can import data from the last 365, 90 days, 30 days, 7 days. So that is the separate file you can download when importing. So this is about the analytics. And here the marketing, how you are growing the store. So first you have to make sure you are setting up this, and you can promote your store on social media. In that case, go to the social media, create the account, then link your website with the social media. Create the Facebook page, link your Facebook page with the website. Go and create your Google Ads, link your Google Ads with the website. Go and create a MailChimp account, set up the email marketing, and link your email marketing tool with the website. Right. So here, when you will set up, they will allow you to integrate that part. Here you can create a coupon. When you are promoting your product and services, you can just generate the coupon and promote that coupon on whatever medium you want. You can promote that even you can print that coupon and distribute it in the physical medium. Okay, use this coupon code, go to my website, enter this coupon, you will get 20% discount. you have organized a physical workshop, and in that workshop, as a gift, you have distributed that coupon code. You can mail those coupons, you can SMSs those coupon, you can WhatsApp those coupons. So coupon is the way you are inviting those users to come to your website. You can give them the instruction how to use that coupon. Go to your website, select the product. During that checkout, they will ask for the coupon code. You have to enter this coupon code. You will get automatically, if it is a valid coupon code, 10% discount will be applied to your product. So here you have to, every time you have to go and create the coupon. So a coupon code you will give, duration, terms and condition, everything you will provide. So let's suppose this coupon code is 10% off. Right. So here discount type is percentage or fixed price. So it's a percentage. You can go for the fixed price, like 100 rupees off. Coupon amount, how much coupon you want to distribute, 10, 100, 1000, how much coupon you want to distribute. Allow free shipping. For whenever someone is using, do you want to allow the free shipping? When this coupon is going to expire, so you can write the date. So it's going to expire by 30th. Then you can apply some restrictions, that any minimum spend. So you can apply this coupon code only when they are spending 1000 rupees, or maximum they are spending. If you want to go for the maximum, you can set up the maximum as well. So you can use individual use only, or bulk. Anyone can use this coupon in the bulk, or exclude sales item, whatever sale. If you have given already sale discount, you don't want to apply this coupon on this item on sale. So in that case, you can check it. So this coupon code will be applicable only on the product where there is no sale. So now if you want to have a restricted product, this coupon is applicable for these product only. You can select all the product here. You can exclude, okay, this coupon is applicable on all mobile phone except iPhone. So you can accept iPhone 11 Pro, that you can exclude. So you can apply this entire coupon in this category across the product in this particular category. So ladies bag, this coupon is applicable on all ladies bag. So here you can select the ladies bag category. You can exclude the category. This coupon is not applicable on gents bag or leather bag, or whatever category you have created. If you want to exclude, you can exclude. So do you want them to mail you regarding that? So that you can set up. You can limit that uses. User per coupon, usage per coupon. One coupon, it's let's suppose anyone can use this coupon once only. Limit uses on one product. So you can limit uses per user. One user can use it for one. So one user at one product that one time. So this way you have applied the restrictions. Here you can write the description. Might be Diwali 10% off. Whatever description, it's nothing to do with. Here you can write the description and then you can publish it. Now after publishing it, now you can generate the coupon code. This coupon code you have to, either you can use that coupon code as well, 100% or 10% off, 10% off. Either you can ask people to use this one, or you can generate unique coupon code and distribute it. All right. So this way you can manage your online store. Do you feel you can manage online store now? At least you can go and explore and experiment and experience that how to set up the online store. These are the basic feature you must have while setting up the online store. Otherwise, there is no such limit. You can go to the plugin and you can find any feature you want to install, you want to integrate in your online store. The corresponding plugin is available. Or the best way is, if you are all these are the version 1 is always better than the version 0. Means you have no store setup so far. So this is your version 1 store. In the version 2 store, you must have you can go and buy the right theme to set up the online store. In version 3, you can also implement some plugins. In version 4, you start doing some little bit of coding. So you just treat it as a version wise version improvement. So the first version is set up the basic store. Second version is better store. Third version is better. All right. So if you want to practice it, I can add you as a user. Should I add you as a user? You can practice it whatever you want. Not on this website. I'm so sorry. I will add you on this website. I will go and find some user ID password for digital marketing C. I will go and find a corresponding email and reset the user ID and password, and I will invite you to add you as a user. Can I add you as a user if you want to practice?
I will do it in GoDaddy. I'll try, and if I have any doubts, I'll get back to you.
Okay. So I'm not adding you. Madhu, do you want me to add you as a user?
Not now, I will inform.
Okay.
Just like that, don't give. I will message you.
Okay, fine. So if you want to practice on any website where you want to practice on any theme or any product or online store, you can let me know. I will give you the corresponding website for practice.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so far majority of the aspect we have covered, and a few things. Tomorrow is Friday. So are you available tomorrow? Saturday, Sunday, I'm not available. Then we will start up to Monday on.
What are you planning tomorrow?
I will be available after around 7 p.m.
No, I can be available. Yes.
Okay. So Veda?
Tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
Tomorrow, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow we will do the how to install the Google Analytics, Google Webmaster, how to make, you have created this website to be visible on in Google. So how you can set up the basic Google Analytics and Google Webmaster, these basic things we will cover.
Okay.
Right. Apart from that, any plugin we have missed, I will go to that live on WhatsApp chat, and we will see that if we have planned anything and that we have not covered, so I will include that. Otherwise, I have introduced you fairly in detail about this dashboard.
All right.
So let's see tomorrow, right?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Apart from that, if you have, please come up with a question so that I can help you in that aspect as well. What is your specific requirement regarding the WordPress related to the e-commerce, online store, page, post, category, link, menu, header, footer, sidebar, images, videos, all these, block editor. These are the things I'm expecting you can ask. PHP, I'm so sorry, I'm not expert in PHP, so I might not be able to help you a lot in the PHP. Okay. Right, because there is so much of background I have to give to even to get started with the to say you, okay, this is the coding you have to do with the editing. Okay. Right, so can we conclude the session for the day?
Sure.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. 3-day sessions. I haven't shared the recording. I will share the recording by end of the day, by late night today.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.